So we are going to do what the kids call a glow up. So Azid is quite fluffy from the winter and he's getting into a bit more work. So we're going to bath him today, ready for a clip tomorrow. Hey? So we're doing spring edition of an endurance horse clip. Come on, Fluffy. Look how dirty you are. Hey, look at this. Oh, look at that. Got the most mane of any Arab by now. Look at his bridle back. It's like he's got a mohawk. I'll sort that out in a sec. Bad job. Well, neaten it up with the clippers tomorrow when he's nice and dry. Black shampoo for your mane. Is that nice? Yeah. Is that nice? Oh, look at that, how muddy that is. Ew.
Explain the string techniques.
It just gets all the water out, it curves to their body. It's not rough on them. You can get around the legs.
Is this a special piece of string?
No, this is just good old baler twine. There isn't much you can't do with baler twine. He's all clean, ready to be clipped tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna ride him in the school now so he can dry off while he's doing some work, and then we'll pop you back out in the field. Huh? He's got his Thermotex rug on to wick away all of the water as much as possible and keep him nice and warm. What are you doing? Yeah, he's nice and clean, ready to be clipped. Just done a rough little Arab plait to get this bouffon out of the way because he's got the most mane in the world for an Arab, haven't you? Okay, should we clip you? Yeah? These are a little bit different from the clippers you saw last time. A battery would help, wouldn't it? For Christmas, my dad got me the most amazing present. I hadn't asked for it, I didn't know I was getting it, but he got me some cordless clippers. So I'm going to give them a try out on Azid. I don't think I put, that didn't go in properly, that's a bit wonky. 2 seconds. Now my clippers aren't wonky and I've put them back together properly. So we've also got over there, walking around, Qantas, who is here for clipper training. So he's not actually being clipped. He's got quite a fine coat actually, he never gets that fluffy, or hasn't so far. Stand still, you. Such a stress head. But he's here to see and hear, be around them, and hopefully when it comes to his turn, he won't be as silly. So we have Azid, we bathed him last night, I've put a rough Arab plait to get his mane out of the way. We're going to give him what is a spring endurance edition clip. So we're going to take all this bum off because he doesn't need it anymore, he won't be cold anymore, and literally just leave the saddle. You'll see in a sec. So let's get started. So I'm just going to make some little traces around the numner so that I know not to go too far. Okay. Definitely struggles more with the stick now. tidy you up in a bit. I don't think he really cared about the clippers, but whenever he's got loads of hair on the head. Whenever someone went past, he was quite silly. But in terms of like how he is with the clippers, he was alright. So he was okay with it. But whenever anyone goes past or someone parks up, everything stresses him out what's going on around the barn. But actually this, not so bad. Hey, you come back. Come back here. No. No. I know, what are they? Don't get the spicy end. What are they? Good boy. I know. So actually much, much better than he was before Christmas when I was training him. These are quite a bit, even though they're still loud, they are quite a bit quieter than my cabled ones. So hopefully when the time comes for him to have to be clipped, which is a while yet, that he'll be quite good. Boy. So before I put a rug back on him, I've just used the NAF skin. Love the skin. It's like a leave-in wash that I'm just gonna hot cloth his whole body, so all those teeny tiny tickly hairs aren't all over him. You see how shiny it's gonna go. So Azid is all clipped, and I've just washed him off with the NAF kind of skin wash that you leave on. So take all those tiny annoying hairs off. Where are you going? So we've clipped him so that he doesn't get as sweaty during his training. We've actually entered our first ride of the season next month. So he's upping his training, and I don't want him to get super sweaty and all scurfy underneath. You might have seen as I was clipping, even though I washed him yesterday, how much scurf was in there. So we've gone for this design, keeping the saddle pad on, so the saddle and the girth don't rub him. I've kept this head on too, mainly because he doesn't like the clippers near his head, but also just to stop the bridle rubbing. And then we've taken all the bum off and his neck off because it's getting a little bit warmer now and he doesn't need that extra warmth. Now it's not really winter anymore, spring is coming, so he's nice and soft and ready to do some, hopefully, serious training and his first 40k of the season.